I'm sure you, as well as most of us, are in our feminine rage era based on the current state of the world, so I thought it would be fun to go through 11 fantasy books today with FMCs that truly embody the epitome of feminine rage. So let's get right into it, starting off with my most recent 6-star read. That is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by B.E. Schwab. This is a haunting tale of 3 toxic lesbian vampires throughout centuries and history that have one thing in common: a deep feminine rage regarding the patriarchal circumstances that they were born into and a desire for more. Written from the Poppy War series by R.F. Kuang will forever be the poster child for feminine rage, in my opinion. Miss Girl will literally stop at nothing, and I mean nothing, on her quest for vengeance as she faces the realities and horror of wartime. Immortal Dark by Tedesco has one of the most raw and beautiful depictions of feminine rage that I have ever read. Every character in this book truly is morally gray, but the FMC Kadan really just takes it to a new level when she believes that the vampire bound to her family's arcane house kidnapped her sister. If you're looking for a Celtic-inspired fantasy with an FMC who is fighting against a religious extremist, misogynistic, anti-magic group that is coming for her place as the rightful crown of her originally matriarchal pro-magic society, you have got to pick up A Fate Forged in Fire by Hazel McBride. This book was outstanding and truly covers so many phenomenal and important topics, and yes, there are dragons, which is a plus. The Legendborn Cycle by Tracy Dion is a perfect example of quiet rage that grows over time as our FMC learns more about the horrors her ancestors have gone through throughout history, as well as dealing with the injustices she is currently facing as a young Black girl in the American South. Our FMC Bree starts the story dealing with the aftermath of her mother's recent unaliving, and she's thrown into a world of magic, secret societies, demons, and she also learns that her family's history has been tumultuous since its very beginning. Blood over Brighthaven by M.L. Wong shows just how powerful feminine rage can be when our FMC is the first ever female mage admitted into the High Magistracy in her city. Our FMC thought that would be the end of her problems, but she is proven incorrect when she realizes that her city is essentially based on a set of absolute horrors, and she decides that simply will not do. A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson hauntingly portrays the slow simmering crescendo of rage that occurs when Dracula's first wife comes to the understanding of just how dark, twisted, and manipulative their relationship really is. This story shows that it is never too late to take your power back from your abuser. Speaking of taking your power back, Heir of Illusion by Madeline Taylor is a dark fantasy romance that tells the story of our FMC who is a wraith that has been forcibly bonded to an evil king since she was a child, and let's just say she's over it. Only book 1 in this series is out so far, but I cannot wait to continue this journey as we follow our FMC on her path towards liberation and taking her autonomy back. Speaking of forced bonds, Miss Tessa Lynn from the Legacy series by Melissa K. Roerich really is the epitome of feminine rage, and I absolutely love her for it. Tessa has lived an absolutely horrendous life and is then forcibly bonded to the awful heir of endings, and we watch in this series as she slowly simmers until her rage just can no longer be contained, and I can't wait to see the rest of her revenge arc. The Dragon Queen series by E.C. Garrett features a morally gray anti-hero FMC who must decide if the injustice around her is enough to make her step into her birthright. I adore Amalia because of her raw, authentic character, and she feels like a breath of fresh air in this genre. And finally, we have everyone's favorite morally gray FMC, Diana from the Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. Diana is essentially an 1,000-year-old monster from the depths of hell who has started her revenge tour at the beginning of this series, and let's just say no one is safe.